Hi guys, welcome to day 7 of the 3-month DAS trading challenge, if you want to call it that. Today was a pretty tough day in the markets. I shorted quite a few stocks. I was a bit active, 67 tickets, which is probably, I would say, double to what I'm used to doing on a really good day. So on a great day, when I make $200 or I trade 3 or 4 or 5 times, which I consider enough of trading, and the quality setups, that's about, let's say I scale in, so that's 2 executions. Let's say I scale out, that's another 2. So it's 4 executions per trade. So if I do about 6, 7 trades, that's about 28, 30 executions, which is probably what I should be doing, what I'm aiming for. Correct. I'm not doing that right now. Today I traded, so what's that? I traded probably, double what I normally would have done. But what is it now? It's just over 11 o'clock. Overall, in terms of the trades I took, so let's go through them. Let me just make this a bit bigger. Oh, okay, my P&L, if you want to see that as well, $158. So I traded a lot, more so than I would normally do. So I traded ALXN. Let's go through that. I won't show you all my trades because, once again, in terms of executions, there are quite a few of them. But even if we start at, so let me just sort this out. So, this is the time. This is the symbol. This is what I did. So I bought this. So this was a low float stock. The price, quantity, the route, whether it was long or short. And then how much I made. And then obviously when I closed my position, in this case with a 5-cent loss, I lost $25. So if you look down here, you can see my profit and loss for each of the trades that I took. So NVIDIA, I made some good money there. Once again on NVIDIA here, I lost on NVIDIA, lost on Yahoo, which just didn't crack. We'll go through in a second. ALXN, the short, and so forth and so forth. So, close the day up, what, $158, which if you take away probably about $1.20, probably even close to $2 per execution, it's $120 for commissions. So I probably only would have made $30 really, in the real world. So this is not counting commissions. So, all right, so let's go through it. So let me just take that off screen for the moment. Let me make this a bit bigger. So let's go through ALXN. All right, so what do we do here? So actually, I do need to have this here because I need to look and see what I did. Okay, so we shorted this here. Added to my position here, looks like, yep, and I think I covered here. So overall, I think that's right. Oh, maybe I'm not looking at the right times because they're not in sequence now. They're just in terms of symbols. So what's the earliest time? 9:30 and 20 seconds. So I went long. Okay. Right. So I got that one wrong. So I remember now. I went long here. Right from 9:35, so this would have been, just after the first 5-minute candle close. Because remember what I said yesterday, I want to give the market 5 minutes to see which way it's going. And being a trader, you want to focus on being either on the winning or losing side. So you want to be on the winning side of either the bears or the bulls. So if the market's going, bullish, or if the stock is going, going up higher, it's got a strong momentum of buyers. You want to jump on the bandwagon of that. If conversely the stock is quite weak and there's a lot of sellers pushing it down, you want to get onto their back and write it down. So that's how I'm trying to visualize it. So in this case, I saw that there was quite a lot of strength coming in pre-market, even as the market opened. It was a little bit wicky, but still, I got in here because I saw it was a really long, nice, strong momentum candle. I got in here with, 100 shares. I sold half here, and I sold the remainder just below my break-even point. So that was ALXN, I think. Did I do anything? All right. And then the other thing I did was I shorted it. So using the VWAP, which Interactive Brokers Trade Workstation did not have, just makes a really big difference. So I shorted it here as it broke the VWAP. I saw it, dip here below it once or twice. You know, this candle you could say was a bit of a doji, you know, not quite, maybe a bit of a shooting star, but you know, you could look at it that way. But as I saw it dipping below the VWAP, and then I saw the next candle, which is this one here, you know, not really making a new high. That was a signal for me that this could be going down. So I got in here just as it broke VWAP, which is actually perfect entry, spot on. I mean, textbook entry there. Probably a little bit on the risky side because I actually didn't give it any kind of chance to confirm the signal, but I got in just as it was breaking it. And then I just rode the momentum down and I covered half here for a decent profit. I think this was $106 here, I think. And then the other half, I think for $21. So that was ALXN. What do we got then? All right, let's go Baba as well. I saw this, you know, opening up, and once again, you know, these technical indicators on a 5 minute or on a daily chart, they work even stronger. But on a 5 minute, they're still quite strong. So this is a 200 simple moving average, 200-day simple full moving average, and you can see it perfectly just bounced off the top of that, and it rejected it, and it came back down again. Then, you know, this is a really long candle for us, $136 to 130. Okay, so $2 in there, 2 points. And I was just watching it, seeing how weak it was going to get. And as the candle opened up here, the second candle, and I saw it just go up a little bit over the VWAP, but it wasn't able to make a new high. New high meaning it couldn't make a new high for this candle. I still considered it a strong signal for a weak stock. And so, and this even, I think, so this is yesterday's close. So as it fell below yesterday's close, you know, that once again kind of made me even more, what's I'm looking for, more stronger in my belief that this is the right way to go. It was more convincing for me that I'm in the right setup and I'm actually taking in the right direction. So I shorted this here, and how many shares did I short? Baba. So what time was this? This was at 9:35. Let me just do it this way. I think it was 9:40. Must be 9:40. So 9:37. So I shorted it here, 200 shares. Yep, 136.5 thereabouts. And then I covered half. I think I covered half here, and then I covered half here. Now these lines are just price markers that I added on to my chart. So if you're interested, I can go through them. So the red kind of dotted line is yesterday's low of the day. There is also the same line but green, which means yesterday's high of the day. And then I also go back 2 days ago. So there's a kind of blue greenish line, which you can't see because it's not on here. Actually, probably if I go back, you'll see it. Let me just go back a little bit. So there's you can see that aqua kind of line here. Maybe I can make it a bit bigger. Maybe not. So there's another blue line which covers yesterday's high, and then there's an orange line which, sorry, not yesterday's, 2 days ago, and then the orange line covers the low of 2 days ago. So I have 4 price markers: yesterday high, yesterday low, and 2 days ago low and high as well. So let's go back into this. So what did we do here? Yeah, so as I was saying, so as it broke that kind of yesterday's close, I covered half here, and then I covered the remaining here. So that was a good solid trade. In terms of money, I think this was it. So this was what, $87. And then it kind of bounced right off, you know, pretty much off this low of yesterday, if you want to call it that. Went over the VWAP, and it kind of got really wicky, but you know, it had some strength to bounce off on, and I wasn't getting into it at that stage. And I took just a really short scalp here. I just saw it. I saw this really long candle, strong body candle. I saw it once again bounce off the 200 simple moving average. And I thought, okay, and I saw that it couldn't break it here. So I thought, okay, I'll just go for a really quick scalp, which is what I did. I shorted here and I covered here and here. So that was also, I think, a very small win. That was, I don't know what that was. That was here, I think, just $13, 8 plus 5. So that was it. Then BKD. Okay, BKD, what do we do with BKD? So traded this also a number of times. So I got in here. What's the first entry? 940, 943. So I went long here. Oh, okay, that's right. So I went long here thinking that it looked like, I mean, looking back at it now, back at it now, it doesn't look like what I saw half an hour ago or an hour ago, but it looked for a couple of minutes as it was kind of getting ready to kind of burst past this VWAP. You know, it was looking like it was just hovering at the VWAP, which is here. And I was kind of waiting, saying, okay, look, it's going up above the VWAP. And I thought, okay, you know, I'll get in long here, thinking that it would kind of have that momentum to carry it upwards. You know, looking back at it now, it probably doesn't seem like a very good entry to me because it really didn't break the VWAP. I mean, this is pre-market, so I'm not going to look at that too much. But, you know, really when the market opened, it was hovering above the VWAP or below the VWAP. So, you know, not really a good entry in hindsight now that I look at it. So I got in here long and I sold because I just saw that it didn't have that strength that I thought it did. And instead, what did I do? I flipped. So what I do sometimes is if I feel that I'm in the wrong, if I'm going in the wrong direction and I've taken a trade that's going against me, and if I can see that it's quite strong against me, I'll just flip it around. So if I'm long, I'll just go short. If I'm short, I'll go long. And in this case, that's exactly what I did. I waited a couple of minutes, or 10 minutes in this case, and I saw that it was getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And I thought, okay, you know, I'm going to short this. And I shorted it here at $15.25, and I covered here. Now, why did I cover here? Because you see this green line? This is the 50-day simple moving average. And, you know, these indicators do hold a bit of sway, or a lot of sway, depending on your beliefs. But they definitely act as support and resistance for a lot of people. And, you know, if that's what the mob does, I'm going to follow what they do. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but if it means I'm going to make money off what people's preconceived ideas are, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I did in this case. So I covered here. I think I just covered in the one go. And then I went to short it again, thinking, okay, you know, it can't break over this 50. And you have this 9-day EMA, and it seems to be kind of bouncing off that and heading down towards the bottom. I thought, okay, I'll try and short this again here. And it didn't quite work out. It didn't really do anything. So I just got out pretty much, I think, for break even. So that was BKD. Then DFIN. DFIN, what did we do? DFIN. DFIN, I traded twice, I think, so 934. So 934, okay, so we went short here. Yeah, we went short here, and it's my fault that I didn't wait 5 minutes, because that's what I'm trying to learn how to do, trying not to jump in too quickly, and I jumped in too quickly. I mean, yes, I saw the weakness, and I thought, okay, it's going to continue down, but it was too quick an entry, and I covered up here, and you know that was I think a $58 loss or thereabouts. And then I tried again a few minutes later, and it still didn't crack. It still had that strength, and I covered once again above the VWAP. So not a very good trade. EPZM, we tried shorting here, as I saw that it was they had this really long red candle that just, you know, really long body. If you see a long body candle, that is a sign of either a lot of strength or a lot of weakness. In this case, the wicks are very short, so this was a convincing weak candle. So I got in short here, thinking, okay, you know, it's not cracking over it. I can see it going down further. My target was a low of day at $8.80, but it kind of bounced up. It hit the VWAP, but it still closed green. And then the next candle went over the VWAP, and it just kind of continued its trend upwards. So that wasn't a very good trade when you look back on it. I've only got a minute left, so I'm going to be talking a little bit quicker. Now, Momo took a few trades on. Shorted here on this doji, very clear sign of indecision, and I think I added to my position here as well, thinking it's going to continue down to low of day, but it didn't do that. It kind of bounced up here and it closed me up for a loss, and then I try and short it again, and once again it got me out for a loss. So Momo I lost some money on. You can have a look at it here, and I think MTBC, which was a low float. I bought here and I thought it was going to go up. Actually, I think we went through MTBC already, didn't we? And Nvidia. Nvidia, you know, usual suspect, a lot of movement. Shorted once here, recovered here and here. once again, an entry here and short here, and then I just got squeezed out a couple of times and lost some money on it. So I have 4 seconds left, guys. So that's it for today. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.